What's up, guys? Welcome back. Amazing RC, Brian here, and as you can see, we've got our C34 here in front of us, and it's been quite a long time since we've been able to get deep inside this really cool rig. As you may have noticed, I've done a little bit of work this morning to said C34, and we're going to go over all of what I've done in this very video. Starting with the obvious elephant in the room, there's no top anymore. I've taken the top off. I did some pretty cool freebie custom work by getting rid of the seats in the back. These kind of went back here like this, and then I did the real custom work and I got rid of half the door. If you guys notice, this is what the door used to look like, and obviously if I'm going to take the top off, that's not going to be acceptable. And I didn't want to take the whole door off. So I spent about 30 minutes this morning chopping the doors in half. So as you can see, we still have a door. It's just a half door. I did this for a very specific reason. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. I ended up with a cool new character for one of my RC cars. Here he is right here. Cool little guy. He's a Japanese anime character here. Spike Spiegel. And I mean, I love Japanese anime. I've never heard of this show before. I'm going to have to get on, I don't know, Adult Swim or something to try to see if I can't track this thing down because the guy's bio is insane. So listen to this. Spike Spiegel, okay? Spike Spiegel is a 27-year-old bounty hunter born on Mars. I have your attention yet? He has a history of violent activities as a member of crime organization Red Dragon Syndicate. Now I know I have all of your attention. He keeps a cavalier attitude,
but occasionally shows signs of compassion to unawaiting strangers.
And I tell you, if that does not spark your interest in the persona that this little guy's got, I think we're going to design a truck around him, because this guy's cool. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and see who this guy is. One of the things that had my attention almost immediately is 31 points of articulation. This thing's probably 4 inches tall, 3.5 inches tall, and it has 31 points of articulation. Just to give you some context here, I had gotten a Keanu Reeves figurine, and he was like 7 inches tall and went into the G-Made Sawback, and I think he just had like 23 points of articulation. So for this little guy to be able to turn himself into a knot, had to purchase him. Here's the interesting part of that story. I did not buy him for the C34. I bought him for the D12. I thought for sure the coolest driver in the world for this cool little Korean number would be this cool little Japanese guy. Thought it would just be an amazing build. He fit in there sorta, but not so much. So I went ahead and grabbed the old C34 and I thought, hey, if this guy fits in here, we're just going to go ahead and pull the C34 back out and get right back inside. As you can see, not only does he fits perfectly, even has his little foot on the gas pedal, ready to rock and roll, guys. As you can see, we chopped the top, threw a driver in here. I carpeted the back a little bit, because you know if we take the seats out, you end up with a couple holes here. So I am going to carpet the rest of it. You guys know, if you've been around my channel long enough, I carpet a lot of stuff with the bushy side of some Velcro. Multiple reasons. 1, looks great. 2, you can Velcro stuff to it, just like I've been Velcroing stuff to the SCX3 that we've got over behind me here. Tell you what, guys, aside from this thing not running right now because I still got to pop some electronics in here, I've got everything wired up. If you guys remember, before we put this down, we did a carbon fiber custom chassis on here. I've got the upgraded transmission and motor. So, I mean, this thing's stacked and ready to go. Also, we're not done. Of course, we've got the titanium axles, front and rear. Here's our, for now, because there's no room in this thing to put any electronics, for now we're going to go with our little chipset ESC, little receiver from Radiolink. It's going to be able to hop right on my RC6 GS here, and that's what I've got all my killer cars on. So that's going on here. Once we get that rolling, I think we're going to be able to put out some pretty cool videos with this. I think it's going to run great. Obviously looks great. I mean, tell me in the comment section below, guys, what do you guys think about this, man? I think this thing just looks absolutely phenomenal. I was really coming down here to put these titanium axles on and just get the thing running, but then I took this off so that I could get to the rear end of the car, and once I took that off, I said, man, just like my SCX3 back here, hey, this looks kind of cool. Sans top. So let's go ahead and start chopping some doors in half. And here we are an hour and a half later, and well, we have exactly what you see. So here's my C34, guys. You tell me what you think in the comment section below. Two more things real quick before I go. Got a lot of really cool stuff coming, guys. I've been working on a bunch of stuff, but as you guys may know, as creators, at times usually pretty short, but I work with 3/4 round trim up at work all the time. Well, when I run into a piece that's really small that I can chop, you know, a 4.5 inch piece out of, instead of throwing it away, I have been doing so. And I've been collecting these pieces for quite some time. And I now have this many. What I'm planning on doing with this is making a bridge. Here's how I'm gonna do it. Basically, 3 ingredients in the bridge. We're gonna have our beads, we're gonna have our little, you know, our bridge itself, and then we're gonna need to put it all together with something. I'm gonna use, I don't know, maybe some rope or something, I don't know. I'm going to flatten, because it's 3/4 round, I'm gonna flatten just slightly both of my pointed edges here, right? Because the thickest part of this is right through point to point. So I'm gonna flatten both just a little bit and give me enough room to get a hole drilled on both sides, right through the, you know, the ends of each one of these. Basically take one of these beads here, string up the wood, string a bead, string the wood, string the bead, and it should give us just one little tiny space in between each one of these, and just with these alone, I should be able to get about a 3.5 foot bridge. I'm gonna keep collecting these things and keep making a longer bridge. I'll keep you guys posted on that because I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it. I really think this is gonna be able to be rolled up real nice and taken out with you if you're gonna go trail and scale. So I went on Banggood.com a couple days ago and I wanted to look into my save list at some of the old scale goodies I got, because as you guys remember, our SCX-10 back there is getting a lot of scale goodies on it. And I remember that Banggood.com had some really cool all aluminum stuff. So I went on there and I picked up 3 new items. I picked up kind of a really cool hook set, you know, kind of bolts onto the front bumper of the truck. So that's going to go on the front of the SCX-10 Real nice all metal hooks and everything. I think it's going to look really, really good. And then also got really nice metal shovel. Now this is, I've made shovels. You know, you get the little plastic parts in your kits and all that. And I'll take some dowels and little metal tape and all that. And I'll just kind of dress up the plastic shovel, just like I dressed up the axe on this rig here. Well, I bought a new shovel. Have never bought an all-metal product like this before. Just, it serves no function except to look pretty. Well, this time I finally did, and I'm very, very excited about it. Last but not least, the jack. I've got this really cool jack, just like the one that I made that's on the front of the truck. This one, again, all metal. It actually functions. I'm pretty sure you can actually jack the truck up and slide the little push pin in there with the little chain on it, and I think it's going to hold it up quite nicely. These 3 items are coming very, very soon. Very soon in Banggood terms, so it'll probably be a few weeks, but as soon as I get them, guys, I will have them to you in a new video. Until then, this is my C34. It's Brian, and this is Amazing RC. I'll get you guys another really cool video very, very soon.